Hello, True Stories viewers. Today, we're embarking on a fascinating journey to explore how life began on Earth. Starting from the depths of the universe, we'll learn how the first simple molecules formed and gradually transformed into complex living organisms. We will examine this long and impressive story step by step. If you're ready, let's get started. The Big Bang and the early universe. Everything began about 13.8 billion years ago with the Big Bang, the moment when the universe was born. With this explosion, the universe started to expand from an incredibly dense and hot point. This expansion process continues to this day, with the universe growing larger every day. In the early moments, the universe was extremely hot and composed of energy. However, over time, it began to cool, and during this cooling, the first elements, hydrogen, helium, and lithium, formed. These elements are the fundamental building blocks of the universe. From the very first seconds of the universe, interactions between matter and energy led to the formation of fundamental particles like protons, neutrons, and electrons. A few minutes after the Big Bang, these particles combined to form the nuclei of hydrogen and helium. For the first few 100,000 years, the temperature of the universe was too high for these nuclei to combine with electrons to form neutral atoms. But as the universe expanded and cooled, atoms began to form, and light could travel freely. This period is called the recombination era, and it left a fossil known as the cosmic microwave background radiation. This microwave background radiation provides crucial information about the early stages of the universe, helping scientists understand its age and structure. The birth of stars and galaxies. As the universe continued to expand and cool, matter began to condense under the influence of gravity, leading to the formation of the first stars and galaxies. The formation of these stars and galaxies deeply affected the structure and chemistry of the universe. Stars are the energy and element factories of the universe. Under the high temperatures and pressures within them, nuclear fusion reactions occur, turning light elements like hydrogen and helium into heavier elements like carbon, oxygen, and iron. This process is known as stellar evolution and dictates the life cycle of stars. When stars exhaust their energy, they end in various ways, as white dwarfs, neutron stars, or black holes. The explosion or collapse of stars affects the surrounding gas and dust clouds, leading to the formation of new stars and planets. Galaxies are massive structures composed of billions of stars, gas, dust clouds, dark matter, and other celestial objects, held together by gravity. Galaxies come in various shapes and sizes, such as spiral, elliptical, or irregular galaxies. The structure and dynamics of galaxies are crucial for understanding the large-scale structure and evolution of the universe. The formation of Earth. About 4.6 billion years ago, our solar system began to form. The solar system consists of planets, asteroids, comets, and other celestial bodies orbiting the Sun. The formation of the solar system started with the gravitational collapse of a massive gas and dust cloud. This collapse led to the formation of the Sun at the center and the planets and other bodies around it. Earth is one of the rocky planets formed in this process. In its early days, Earth was characterized by intense volcanic activity, creating a hot and chaotic environment. Its atmosphere was composed of gases like water vapor, carbon dioxide, methane, and ammonia, released through volcanic eruptions and other geological processes. Over time, Earth's surface cooled, and water vapor condensed to form oceans. These oceans became the sites for the chemical processes necessary for the emergence of life. During this period, Earth's atmosphere and surface provided the conditions suitable for life to begin. The formation of organic molecules. Earth's new and young state provided the conditions necessary for life to begin. The chemical substances required for life began to form in the atmosphere and oceans. Scientists conducted various experiments to understand this process, one of the most famous being the Miller-Urey experiment. Conducted in the 1950s, the Miller-Urey experiment created an environment that mimicked early Earth's atmosphere. This environment contained water, methane, ammonia, and hydrogen gases. These gases were stimulated by electric sparks, resulting in the formation of simple organic molecules, such as amino acids. Amino acids are the building blocks of proteins, which are essential for life. Amino acids combine through peptide bonds to form proteins. Proteins are the building blocks of cells and play critical roles in many biological processes. The Miller-Urey experiment demonstrated that simple organic molecules could form through natural processes, providing important clues about the origins of life. Some scientists suggest that these organic molecules were brought to Earth by asteroids and comets, a hypothesis known as panspermia. Panspermia suggests that the seeds of life came from space and germinated on Earth. According to this hypothesis, organic molecules and even microorganisms could have traveled through space and reached habitable planets like Earth. Protobionts and primitive cells. These organic molecules gradually formed more complex structures over time, known as protobionts. Protobionts are primitive cell-like structures representing the first steps toward life. According to the RNA world hypothesis, these structures developed molecules capable of storing genetic information and self-replication. RNA, like DNA, is a molecule that carries genetic information. RNA can store information and catalyze chemical reactions. These properties make RNA a potential foundational molecule for early life forms. RNA molecules formed primitive cells by copying themselves and using surrounding organic molecules. Lipid membranes formed structures that protected and organized these molecules. Lipid membranes are the primitive form of cell membranes, controlling the entry and exit of water and other chemicals, which is crucial for sustaining life. Protobionts, self-replicating and organizing chemical reactions, had primitive metabolic processes supported by simple enzymes and other biomolecules. The evolution of protobionts led to the emergence of more complex cells and eventually living organisms. The evolution of early life forms. The first living organisms appeared about 3.5 billion years ago, known as prokaryotes. Prokaryotes are single-celled organisms with simple cell structures, lacking complex structures like a nucleus. However, they have all the building blocks necessary for survival and reproduction. Prokaryotes developed various methods to produce energy, one of which is photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is a process that uses light energy to convert carbon dioxide and water into glucose and oxygen. Photosynthesis increased the oxygen levels in the atmosphere, an event known as the Great Oxidation Event, which occurred around 2.4 billion years ago. The increase in atmospheric oxygen enabled the evolution of more complex life forms. Photosynthesis and the Great Oxidation Event. Photosynthesis played a critical role in the evolution of life on Earth. The organisms that perform photosynthesis are known as cyanobacteria. Cyanobacteria use water and carbon dioxide to produce glucose and oxygen. This process caused a significant increase in atmospheric oxygen, profoundly affecting Earth's chemistry and ecosystems. The Great Oxidation Event, occurring around 2.4 billion years ago, led to a rapid increase in free oxygen in the atmosphere. This event caused the extinction of many anaerobic organisms for which oxygen was toxic. However, the increase in oxygen allowed the evolution of more complex and energy-efficient metabolic processes, playing a crucial role in the evolution of eukaryotic cells and multicellular organisms. Endosymbiosis theory and the evolution of eukaryotes. Over time, prokaryotes became more complex. Some prokaryotes began living inside other prokaryotes in a symbiotic relationship, known as the endosymbiosis theory. According to this theory, this symbiotic relationship led to the emergence of organelles like mitochondria and chloroplasts, essential for energy production and photosynthesis. The endosymbiosis theory explains the evolution of eukaryotic cells, which are more complex than prokaryotic cells. Eukaryotic cells have complex structures like a nucleus and other organelles. Mitochondria are the energy production centers of the cell, and chloroplasts are the organelles that perform photosynthesis. These organelles are thought to have once been independent living prokaryotic cells. This process led to the evolution of eukaryotic cells, which made the evolution of more complex organisms possible. Eukaryotic cells store genetic material within a nucleus and contain various organelles that regulate complex cellular processes. These cells form the basis for multicellular organisms and complex ecosystems. The transition to multicellular organisms. Eukaryotic cells began working together to form multicellular organisms. The first multicellular organisms started living in colonies, which evolved into more complex structures over time. Cells took on different tasks through division of labor, making organisms more complex and functional. The first multicellular organisms appeared about 1 billion years ago. These organisms had simple structures and functions. However, over time, communication and cooperation between cells increased. Cells formed tissues and organs, taking on specific tasks, allowing organisms to work more efficiently and harmoniously. Around 540 million years ago, during the period known as the Cambrian Explosion, there was a significant increase in animal diversity. The Cambrian Explosion represents the emergence of diverse and complex life forms, with the ancestors of most modern animals appearing during this period. The Cambrian Explosion represents a period of rapid evolution of biological diversity and ecosystems. The Cambrian Explosion and the diversity of life. The Cambrian Explosion, occurring around 540 million years ago and lasting about 25 million years, saw a significant increase in animal diversity. The Cambrian Explosion represents the emergence of diverse and complex life forms, with the ancestors of most modern animals appearing during this period. The Cambrian Explosion represents a period of rapid evolution of biological diversity and ecosystems. During the Cambrian Explosion, various marine invertebrates, trilobites, brachiopods, and echinoderms emerged. These organisms developed new body structures and functions, leading to the formation of different ecological niches and the expansion of ecosystems. The Cambrian Explosion is considered one of the most critical stages in the history of life on Earth. After the Cambrian Explosion, the diversity and complexity of life continued to increase. Life forms evolved into various plants, fungi, and animals, developing complex structures and behaviors, leading to the establishment of different ecosystems. Summary: the journey of life on Earth began with the Big Bang, leading to the formation of stars, galaxies, and our solar system. Organic molecules formed on Earth, leading to the emergence of protobionts and primitive cells. These cells evolved into prokaryotes and eukaryotes, eventually forming multicellular organisms. The Cambrian Explosion marks the rapid evolution of complex life forms and ecosystems. Understanding the origin and evolution of life on Earth provides valuable insights into the mechanisms and conditions necessary for life to develop and evolve. As scientists continue to study and discover more about the history of life on Earth, we can gain a deeper understanding of our place in the universe and the potential for life beyond our planet. And with that, we've reached the end of our journey. Stay tuned for more fascinating True Stories episodes. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you in the next episode.